YouTube, what's happening? This week, I'm going to show you lot how to grow your construction company using the platform LinkedIn. A lot of people are intimidated to get on there. A lot of business people that I speak to aren't on there, and you are massively missing a trick if you are not using LinkedIn. All right, we'll dive into it. I'm going to show you how to do it in 3 simple steps. All right, we grew this business on there from nothing using exactly what I'm going to show you today. First of all, I've got to dive out to Henley and see if that's ready. Then I'm going to dive out and see Christian and the lads in Sonning to see how they're getting on. All right, thought that man was going to speak to me. Let's do this. One of the things that everyone needs to know about LinkedIn is every like acts as a share. All right, I didn't know that. I went to a Power Video convention years ago, and Gary Vaynerchuk's right-hand man done a talk there, and he said, if you do anything and you take away anything from what I'm saying today, get yourself on LinkedIn, because every like is a share. All right, and the way that works is the bigger your network. So if you build a network of say 1,000 people, and then you upload some content, and someone likes it, everybody in their network will see that post. All right, so because of the way LinkedIn works, you can get in front of managing directors, quantity surveyors, you can get in front of everyone that makes a decision about money. All right, I look at Instagram as being where the tradesmen are, and there are obviously everyone's on Instagram as well, right? But primarily the people that are active I find on Instagram are the tradesmen, and the people that are active on LinkedIn are the decision makers, the businessmen, the people that control the money. All right, and being a business owner, you want to get as close to the money as you possibly can, and as close to the money decision makers as you possibly can. Okay, I'll talk you through how to connect with those guys, but just bear in mind, the best piece of advice I was given, and I'm giving it to you, like, just take it, right? Every like acts as a share, so you can quickly understand and see how building your business on there becomes much easier than building it on a platform like Instagram, like Facebook. Facebook's dead, I don't even use it anymore, I get like 4 likes. So yeah, that's the best bit of information I was given. It's daunting. I was really daunted going on there because I think these are professional people. They don't talk my language, and actually what's happened is the way that I show up on all platforms as myself, talk genuinely, speak openly and honestly, has stood me in really, really good stead on LinkedIn. All right, so on a platform where people speak very professionally, it's turning more and more into, well, it's a great example of people investing in people, right? If they like you, they want you around. If they like you, they want to do business with you. It's on us to create relatable, shareable content that people want to interact with. And just remember as well, it's called social media. We have to be sociable on it, which means we have to comment, we have to reply to comments on our posts. All right, but I recycle content, so I use content from Instagram, the shorts I use on Instagram and YouTube. I do put on LinkedIn as well, they do really well. But ultimately, in an oversaturated market like we're in, so bricklaying's oversaturated, I dread to think how many brickwork companies are in our area. What do you do differently and building companies to set yourself apart from everybody else? Okay, so we choose to create content, and we go down the route of excellent communication and excellent quality. All right, so if you portray that, if you portray something different to what everybody else is doing within your industry, in your area, on LinkedIn, and people like it, it will take off. It's just a matter of time. All right, but you need to make relatable, shareable content and try and show up differently to what everybody else in your industry, how everybody else in your industry is showing up. Okay, I'm gonna park that bit there. I'm gonna get the laptop out. I've just come back to the boat to pick the laptop up because we ain't got internet yet. And I'm gonna go over to somewhere that's got internet and talk you through how to actually use the platform. Really, really simple, really productive. Like I said, we went from scratch. We had no contacts, they'd all moved on from our last sub-ed. From scratch to where we are today, pretty much on LinkedIn. Homepage, my screen is recording. I'm just going to walk you through it. All right, so straight away on the home, I'm not going to tell you how to set a profile up. You can do that yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, but on your homepage, you'll notice straight away my profile picture's got an orange background behind it. These are super easy to do on iPhone now. You can take a picture of yourself, hold it down, copy it, and then stick your body, face, upper half, whatever, on a background colour of your choice that represents your company. All right, I talk about it all the time. I spoke about it in last week's video. Okay, the way that people scroll is it's really, really transactional. They're not worried. They're just scrolling for whatever reason, and they're not really paying attention to what's in front of them. However, that colour stands out. Even if they're not looking at what's been said and what's been written, they'll see that it's been posted by me because that colour is associated with everything that we do. All right, I'm mad about that colour. And the next thing you'll see is, all right, you land on my page. It's Managing Director at the Thames Valley Group Limited, luxury building and brickwork contractor based in Wokingham, Berkshire, right? Straight away, I've told them what we do and who we are, all right? We build lovely houses and this is where we're based, all right? If anyone is confused, you leave money on the table, all right? I see people all the time on here putting like mad slogans that mean nothing to nobody and people just scroll past them, all right? If someone sees you, what do you do? Because when you're scrolling, the first line of that will be on their feed, okay? So we need to make sure that they know exactly what we do right from the start. And then obviously behind, we've got a picture of one of the houses we built. Same again, luxury building contracts specialising in new building extensions. With our website, all right? We need a call to action. We need some way they can get hold of us other than messaging us on here. All right, so we've put our website there as well. Super simple. We can hopefully keep hold of them. They know what we're about. Go to the website, so forth and so on. All right. If you're starting, it is going to be a slog to 500 connections, but that's okay. So that's the homepage. Super simple. All right. And like I said to you before, you've got to be yourself on this platform. I'll dive into that in a second when we get into the content. Okay. But the homepage, logo, contact details, and stand out. All right, he who makes the most noise wins, as long as you deliver the product to the standard you say you're going to. All right, as long as you execute on what you promise, if you make the most noise, you win. The next thing is we need to build a network, okay? So it's not like friends on Facebook. It's not like followers on Instagram. You can get followers to your business page. This is about my personal page at the minute. I've got a business page as well. We're not as active on that. So first means you're connected. Second means someone in your network is connected with that person. And third means you've got no connection or sort of, yeah, you don't know anyone you're connected with isn't connected with them, and neither are you. All right, so 3,800 connections. It took me a while to get to 500. Now, there's a few ways you can do this, all right? But ultimately, like I said before, it's social media, right? So I scroll down here, and you can see he shared his page. See, Joe Bruckland likes this. I'm not connected with this fella, but because someone in my network liked it, it's come up on my feed. All right, so you can imagine if you put a post up that someone likes, and someone in your network likes it, okay, their network will see it. All right, so again, you can see how easy it is going to be to grow your network and to grow your business. Right, and then what we're going to do is, so we need to, especially at the start, right, if somebody likes your post, all right, add them as a connection because they liked it. You've already created content that they like, all right? And the other way you can get connections is, where do people hang out, all right? We need to get personas, or companies, get really specific. Again, who do you want to contact and connect with, all right? So say, for example, who's a contractor, right? Say, for example, I want to get in with TA Fisher. Let me just take this off charge and hold you there, right? 1 second, right? So I'm going to type in here, TA Fisher. Right, and there it comes up there, see? Construction company. Right, and what we do is we go on here, and it will show us 2 connections work here. So 2 of my connections work here. And if we click on seconds, so people that I'm not connected with, and there we go. All right, so we've got all of these people. So we've got the surveyor, we've got the surveyors, we've got the buyers, we've got electrical contractors, development managers. You can connect with any of those at the click of a button and get in front of the decision makers. All right, we've got assistant site managers. Do you see what I'm saying? So we can all straight away, we can hit connect. So for example, let's hit connect there, send, all right. And the other thing you can do is direct message them. Not all of them, some of them have got it off, but you can direct message them when you send that request, that connection request. Now, don't spam them. Don't talk nonsense, all right? I've got loads of messages that I haven't even opened from people that are, hi, buy my product. Or, hi, use our services. No, take a little bit of time and get to know the people that you are messaging and get to understand their business and get to... So, for example, I know where some TA Fisher sites are. So, I'm not looking to get in with them. This is just an example. But I might message them. All right, so who have we got here? Let's have an example. We've got Surveyor. He'd be good. Let's go. It's a land and planning manager. I might know where they've just acquired a site. I might drive past and the hoarding's going up. So I could go to connect, click on there, add note, all right, and I can then leave. Hi, I love the site at Sonning Common. Looks like a great scheme. Would love to add you to keep, to see what you guys are up to and see how that project progresses. All of a sudden, you've shown an interest in this fella's work and his business, and it's personable. I talk about all the time. Be personable. Don't spam, man. No one wants spammy messages at all. All right. The other way you can do it is where do these people hang around, right? So you've got your list of people, you've got your list of companies you want to get in with. You can get in front of them here. I can get in front of MDs right now on LinkedIn. All right. The other way you can do it is let's go right. Builders hang around. Say Travis Perkins, for example. Let's have a look. Travis Perkins. All right, and then we can go, right, we can follow, and then see here, 11 connections work here. So I've already got connections that work at Travis Perkins. So they're seeing my stuff, they're seeing my content. All right, we've got Regional Managing Director for Travis Perkins Southeast, based in Reading. Now this fella, I don't know him, but he'd be a great connection. All right, so we'll send him a little connection. You do get a limit unless you pay for premium of how many you can send, all right? And we can go looking for people that move in our industry and in our sector. All right, the other way you can do it is click on Travis Perkins, look at their posts, all right, and we see who's commented, all right, because a lot of the people that comment will be people in your industry, right? So and then we can comment where these people hang around. We can comment, we can join in the conversation. All of a sudden they're looking at, you can see here, look, the name, the profile picture. So if I'm joining the conversation, it's coming up with my profile picture, my name, with Managing Director of Thames Valley Group Luxury Building Company, right, or whatever it is. All right, so you get in the conversation, you're making noise, people are knowing who you are. It's about getting in front of people, all right? And lastly, if we go home, and this thing loads, there we go. Right, and then we'll click on my profile. It's about content, right? Content is king, all right? So, couple of the posts. So if we go, let's go down here to my posts, all right? We've got all my posts here. So I posted this one today. It's done really well this morning. I only posted it this morning, 2,000 impressions, all right? It's only had 68 likes, but it's had over 2,000 impressions because it's been shared to my network. All right, so people that have liked that are probably not even followed. I probably don't even follow. So I could click on my likes, all right? And then the people that I haven't got as connections. So let's have a look here. I'm pretty much connected with most people on here. First. But if you see a second, click on it, connect with them because they've liked your content, all right? One of the things that's happening with LinkedIn, they don't like outside sources as well, so I probably shouldn't post YouTube. I'm not really putting energy into building my network too much at the moment because I'm already, we're already doing okay out of it. Let 2,000 impressions. The boat had 9,000, 4,500. So you can imagine if you're consistent, you get a lot of impressions a week. More than most other platforms. YouTube does quite well. I actually haven't gone viral on LinkedIn for ages. But if we go back to the top and go to, is it videos? No, actually, let's go home. Just a minute. And then on there. And if we go to pinned, all right. So, look, this one here. This is a picture of me, one of the lads that used to work for us. Bought him a new pair of boots, all right. Now that's had 52,000 impressions, all right, 500 likes. Yeah, that's from one post. And all these people comment on it. Nice touch, Lee, nice touch, all right. So they see what we're up to and they see how we show up as a company. Something that has worked brilliant on here is being yourself. I touched on it at the beginning of the video. All right, be yourself, speak from the heart. If you don't want to create video content, you don't have to. Just upload pictures of your work. Be genuine and execute on whatever you say you're going to. All right, if you do that, this will take off for you and you will start getting inquiries. Just make sure you get your homepage right, your relatable, shareable content, all right, so people can relate to it, and join in the conversation with people that are in your industry. All right, if you do those 3 things, you'll be fine. Make sure you reply to the comments. I reply to messages that are genuine, not ones that are trying to sell to me. And an example of how good LinkedIn is, I had a message. So we built a business for it, but I had a message. So I was chatting to someone back and forth about land last week. I went for a coffee with them on Friday to speak about buying some land. And actually, it took a complete and utter turn to something that we're now doing to pivot our business, which will be on next week's video. But actually, that meeting was incredibly productive for something other than land, right? So, because these people operate in your industry, they know other people that operate in your industry, which means the potential to grow your business is huge. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's not a difficult platform to use. Like I say, first are your connections, second are people that your connections are connected to, and third is you have no connection to them at all. Be personable, relatable content, and you'll be absolutely fine. Leave your comments below in the comments on YouTube, and I'll get back to anyone if they've got any queries. And if not, I'll see you lot next week. We went from 0 to pricing £3 million worth of work in year 1 from doing exactly what I've just explained to you. All right. Catch you next week. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Laters.